Hi, my name is Ralph and you're watching 2hp.com. As always, Spain welcomes us with the sun and we're beginning the test of four-wheel drive Toyota RAV4 hybrid. What do we have after the renewment? New optics, bumpers and patches have appeared. It's a sign that Japanese have tried to make the car more modern and emotional, so it's not a feminine car anymore. However, 42% of Ukrainian customers are men. I'm pretty sure that some of you might tell that Toyota is not that smart as it was before, and its renewed design is a real horror or a nightmare. But I have facts. The global sales of Toyota RAV4 are 6 million cars, and 1.5 million cars were sold in Europe. 90% of these cars go down to the European quality roads. So, on the one hand, 1 million customers can be wrong. On the other hand, RAV4 design is not the key point for a purchase. By the way, for distinguishing a hybrid Toyota from the traditional one, you need to pay attention on the inscriptions. Side on, hybrid writing. On the backside, hybrid writing. And in front of the Toyota badge is blue line. All the hybrid versions of RAV4 have powered boot. Just press a button on the control unit. Concerning the trunk volume, it's smaller in hybrid Toyota, 500 liters, while it's 577 liters in a traditional Toyota. Of course, for Le Boutin shoes, 18 size a pair of awesome trousers is needed. I mean 18-inch rims require great Spanish road, because here in Spain we have roads, and in Ukraine directions. That's why if the roads in your country are not perfect, I propose you to diminish its size and enhance the tire section for you to forget about potholes while testing the RAV4. Usually the interior of Japanese cars look like a radio receiver has exploded here. A great deal of buttons, monitors, pictograms is here, but let's don't forget that a lot of people like such a design. The interior of Toyota hybrid is almost the same, like in traditional RAV4. Nevertheless, when you look at the instrument panel, then instead of the original speed indicator, you'll see the electronic meter. I call it in this way, it shows you a chosen mode while driving: eco, energy recovery and power, when your pockets are full of cash. Besides, a hybrid Toyota has a lot of invisible but very important changes and supplementations. The heating of a steering wheel, rear seats, windscreen and even washer jets. The trip computer is more informative now. Also, here we have Toyota Touch 2 multimedia system with a 7-inch multi-informative display. The central console has lighting. I have already criticized this button panel that's hidden diligently under the central console. Moreover, these buttons are important. It's a city heater, sport mode, eco mode and EV mode, when you are able to go just by traction electrical device. Yes, it's possible, but not always and not for a long time. Without any doubt, the surround view camera is one of the most useful options in this car. All Toyota RAV4s have it, and Toyota Hybrid is not an exception. Traditionally, the rear seat row is friendly to your knees, you have enough of a free space here. Moreover, the seats back can be reclined, and the only thing you'll need is a big panoramic roof. The conclusion of RAV4 interior. In spite of my personal attitude to the interior design, I need to say that it's comfortable and everything is clear here. as it's really like this. Power output 197 horsepower, acceleration to 100 km per hour in 8.3 seconds. And I think that we have such a result because European customers want not just to save fuel, but also to have a car with character. The hybrid system of a four-wheel drive version of Toyota RAV4 looks like this. 2.5 liters oil engine, which works in the Atkins principle, electric motor, generator, nickel-metal hydride battery, and one more electric motor at the back sides. Exactly this motor is a part of four-wheel drive system and exclude from this connection the drive shaft. Which means that in the moment of skidding on the slippery or dry road, you'll immediately receive the additional power and four-wheel drive. But the cherry on top is that the only action you need to do is just press start button and electric system will do everything by itself. The gearbox is called ECVT. This planetary drive works very smooth and comfortable. Furthermore, you can switch for sport mode and add some dynamics. Look, even the gear in imitation, including the sixth, is here. The steerability of Toyota RAV4 on the perfect Spanish roads is close to a miracle, and frankly speaking, I was not even expecting for such result. Unfortunately, this sweet miracle will disappear in bad road conditions. For enhancing the steerability, the body stiffness was reinforcement and suspension and steerage were reset. The engineers have done their best to give the reaction of a high quality and have found a balance of power capacity and steerability in the suspension. And some changes really work. For example, we didn't feel any discomfort on the stony road. By the way, exactly for a rear seat passenger's comfort, the sound insulation of the rear doors and ceiling was improved. Concerning the engine sound insulation, it seems to me that RAV4 is a leader in its vehicle class. Be ready, it's very quiet inside. And if you put your hands on lady's breast, who is sitting next to you, you'll definitely hear her heartbeat or a sound of your broken hand. It's really very quiet here, at the same unusual, because very often you go just by using the electric power. And when the oil engine is accompanying, it's also not so loud, thanks to the Atkins principle. In 8.3 seconds acceleration to 100 km per hour, the announced fuel consumption of hybrid Toyota is 4.9 liters. I wish my result was the same, but instead 6.3 liters in the city. That's not bad also. By the way, one of the journalists from our testing day could reach the result of 4 liters, but on the auto track with the help of austerity. I know some of you is already typing a comment that your car has the same or almost the same fuel consumption, so nothing new was done. Possibly yes, but let us don't forget that the main purpose of the hybrid cars is environment ecological protection, not for fuel saving, and for today 8 million hybrid Toyotas have reduced harmful CO2 emissions by 58 million tons. I feel like hybrid Toyota RAV4 can easily deactivate its diesel version in Ukraine. And it's not the worst supposal, as the air emissions of hybrid and diesel cars can be even compared. The price of this car in Ukraine is still unknown, but it's already clear that it will be more expensive than the traditional gasoline or diesel versions of Toyota. And the representative office in Ukraine tells that the price difference won't be that big, and we'll be able to check it in half a year. So here we are with hybrid Toyota RAV4 test conclusion. I like this car and recommend you all to go to a car center and try it, as it's quite interesting experience.